Today's topic is equilibrium. Definition: it refers to maintain of line of gravity constant at a rest and during movement by adjusting the tone of different muscles. Then what is posture? It is unconscious adjustment of tone of different muscle during rest as well as during movement. Role of various part of neural system in maintaining equilibrium. For example, a role of vestibular apparatus, cerebellum, brainstem, and other factors like neck proprioceptors, neck reflexes, body exteroceptors, and proprioceptors, and visual receptors. So first, role of cerebellum. Uvula of cerebellum, it gets impulses from macula of utricle and saccule otolith organs and helps in maintaining equilibrium under static condition. Flocculonodular lobe of cerebellum gets impulses from semicircular canal and helps in maintaining equilibrium during rapid changes in direction of motion. Now, what is the role of brainstem to maintain equilibrium? 4 pair of vestibular nuclei present in the brainstem: superior vestibular nuclei, medial vestibular nuclei, lateral vestibular nuclei, and inferior vestibular nuclei. Superior vestibular nuclei receive signal from semicircular canal and send impulses to medial longitudinal fasciculus. Okay, so this is extrapyramidal tract, motor tracts, and cause corrective movement of eyes, and medial vestibular tract cause appropriate movement of the neck and head. Another nuclei, vestibular nuclei, is medial vestibular nuclei. It receives signal from semicircular canal and send signal to medial longitudinal fasciculus to cause corrective movement of eyes, and vestibulospinal tract cause appropriate movement of head and neck. Lateral vestibular nuclei, it receives signal from otolith organs, utricle and saccule, and send impulses through lateral vestibulospinal tract to spinal cord for controlling body movements. And last is inferior vestibular nuclei. It receives signal from semicircular canal and utricle, and in turn sends signal to cerebellum and reticular formation of brainstem. Now, applied aspect: vestibular dysfunction, motion sickness, Meniere's disease, and labyrinthectomy. And another thing is experimental stimulation of semicircular canal by two mechanisms. One is stimulation by rotational movement using Berenice chair, and another is caloric stimulation. So, what is motion sickness? It is a symptom complex occurring due to excessive and repeated stimulation of vestibular apparatus while traveling in automobile, ship, aircraft, or spacecraft. Characteristic features of motion sickness: unpleasant sensation of rotation accompanied by nausea, vomiting, sweating, salivation, headache, disorientation, and sometimes even diarrhea. Prevention by taking antiemetic drug like Avomine before traveling. Now, Meniere's disease, it is caused by over distension of membranous labyrinth, probably due to over secretion. Clinical features: fluctuating deafness of sensorineural type, tinnitus an episodic attack of rotatory vertigo. Okay. Labyrinthectomy. So there are two types of labyrinthectomy, bilateral and unilateral. In bilateral labyrinthectomy, equilibrium is maintained by visual sensation. Postural reflexes are severely affected. Muscle tone is decreased and there is a loss of hearing. In unilateral labyrinthectomy, oblique deviation of eyeballs, there is a nystagmus and rotation and lateral flexion of head occurs. Experimental stimulation of semicircular canal. So it is done by stimulation by rotational movement using Berenice chair method. Subject is made to sit in chair with head tilted forward at 30 degree and chair is rotated at 30 rpm revolution per minute for 20 seconds. So what are the effect? During rotation with eyes open, nystagmus occurs. Okay, involuntary jerky movement of eyeball. This is nystagmus. Post rotatory nystagmus for about 30 seconds. Dizziness, feeling of unsteadiness. Vertigo, it is a feeling of rotation of even after stoppage of rotation, and nausea and vomiting. So these are the clinical features. Caloric stimulation. The semicircular canal can be stimulated by introducing hot and cold water into the external auditory meatus. Mechanism: transmission of change in temperature into labyrinth alters the specific gravity of endolymph, and as a result, copula is set into motion and hair cells are stimulated. So effects are: caloric stimulation produces same effect as a rotational movement like vertigo, dizziness and nystagmus. If cold water is poured into right ear, patient develop left jerk nystagmus, while reverse happens with warm water. Okay, so it can be remembered by this cows: cold opposite side, okay, nystagmus in opposite side. If we pour warm water, then on there is a nystagmus on same side. Thank you.